2026 season. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Back to the ground game on the left. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Going over the top. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Seminoles will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And they'll just down it right there.
You know, punt cover teams have a tough job because oftentimes they've got to tackle a guy out in the open field and a really good one at that. But how about their ability to get to the returner and not just get the tackle, but create the takeaway? That is a massive play on special teams.
He'll try the left side. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
They'll go play action with Moore. Slings it downfield. Finds his man. It's Moore. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Ducks come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Moore. Pocket breaking down. Got rid of it just in time. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Touchdown Seminoles. The defense putting points on the board.
And I love what the secondary does here. You know the blitz is coming. You know the ball's going to come out quick. They react to it quickly, get the interception, and then Palmer, they know exactly what to do with it once they do.
No doubt, and I think the hit certainly affected some of the accuracy on the throw. Quarterback's got to do a better job getting that ball out sooner, but once the ball started to flutter a little bit, didn't go exactly where he wanted, the defense was opportunistic. And not just getting the pick, but having the convoy taking it to the house.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk. And this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Running inside. It's Hill. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Moore with the play fake. Here's the pressure. Got his man. Ripping through the defense. Snags it, and there's running room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
This quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot, and he hit it. He's in a really nice groove right now.
And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Throwing more. Has it. And he will score. Touchdown, Oregon.
There's really never any doubt with this guy. The coaching staff always talks about his leadership and his mental toughness. That was a bad interception on the opening drive, but he's able to turn the page and show you his short-term memory and just come out and stay aggressive, sling it around a little bit, and this offense is able to answer with a touchdown of their own.
And how nice is it if you're a coordinator to have a guy like that you can depend on? Like, he doesn't dwell on the one mistake. He doesn't let it turn into two. A lot of times you can see that snowball effect, man. Just a nice bounce back for him individually and for this offense to put the early turnover behind him.
They'll give it to the transfer. First carry. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Wants to throw. It's Daniels. Looking to the big tight end. What a grab with one hand. And an explosive play. Has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Watching film of this guy, one of the things that really stood out to me was his catch radius, how you just need to throw it somewhere near his body, and he can reel it in. How great was that one-handed stab? Just climbs the ladder. I thought for sure that thing was going to be falling incomplete, but he reels it in, and it's a massive first down for the offense.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Well, the quarterback's throwing from the pocket. He's trying to fit that football into a real small window down the middle of the field, and the defender's hit was able to jar the ball loose from the receiver. Great job.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Autzen. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Punt is in the air on fourth down. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll move the wide receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Here's Moore to throw. Under fire. Slips a tackle. He'll try to do it himself. First down and more. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing him. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Moore will throw. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
This definitely isn't the start they drew up. I mean, you already throw a pick six, now you get sacked. Man, they're going to have to find a way to settle this quarterback down, get something going offensively. So far, not a lot of positives to point to.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Strong, firm tackle.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that time with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
It'll be 3rd and long. Dante Moore. Hauls it in. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. The Ducks want to crank the tempo.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Turning it on. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got him downfield. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. First play of the period, first down here. Sends it back in motion. Moore. Here's a heat. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And I tell you what, when you got a guy that is that good at dissecting your defense, you better get pressure. Nice job by the defense, hurrying him up, speeding up the thought process.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Might be calling a hot route. Moore to the air. Keeps looking downfield. He'll pull it down. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off it.
Touchdown, Ducks! The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6.
Man, diving catches always look sweet, but they look even sweeter when it's for a touchdown. That's shades of Desmond Howard back in the day, winning a Heisman Trophy and making catches against Notre Dame. That was unbelievable.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple yards there.
Here comes the heat. Got his man downfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. And this guy stood in the pocket, and he took one right in the kisser and still delivered the ball.
Showed you his toughness there, Reese, didn't he? And he still had to be accurate with that throw because that was man coverage. You really had to do a good job making sure that football was put on his target.
You see all this movement in football now, all this stemming. The defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
Well, no question where this quarterback is going to be trying to go with the football in this game, right? He's looking for his big play wide out, and the defense knows it. They had him double covered that time.
Throws to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. He had him open there, and I know this quarterback expects to make that throw.
It's a tough throw because, again, you got a couple steps on a guy. That's not wide open. These DBs are so fast, but that is a throw that you do expect a guy like that caliber, to be able to play a little pitch and catch and make that happen.
Dad make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs. Wants to adjust the pattern. Throwing more. Under fire. Going to try to get it himself. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Buys a little extra time. Throwing on the run. He's got him wide open. Touchdown, Ducks. A great catch and run for 6.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
Coming out with it, it's Singleton. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game,
finding some room. He'll step out of bounds just short of the 25-yard line, and this offense has an explosive play early in the drive. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Moving out to the right. He throws it back to the left, a risky ball. Leaping grab for a big gain. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Delayed handoff. It's Singleton. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Daniels. They've got the screen set up. Oh, he's got some space. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
A little bit inside, a little bit outside. Nice job. Hey, keep them guessing, right? You run it up the middle to keep them honest. Now toss it on the perimeter and make them set the edge on the outside with their defensive ends. They don't do a good job here. Nice positive game. Now let's go get 7.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on 4th down.
And when you call the quarterback sneak, you're thinking, I'm going to fall forward and get at least a yard. But Palmer, that defensive line got in there, and the QB got nothing.
He's got to do a better job with the snap count, too, and try to catch the defense when they're napping. Right there, everybody was set and ready. And one more of those type plays, and this dude's losing his quarterback sneak privileges.
And the Noles will try to pick it up on 4th down. He's got it. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing, I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. The run inside. It's Davison. He's past the 30. Still on his feet at the 45. Wide open spaces. Inside the touchdown, Oregon. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. You know they love their track at Oregon. And when the gun goes off and he ends open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get you the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Out of the gun to give to the back. There he goes. Picks up the 1st down. Took it all the way to the 36-yard line, and he flipped the field in an instant. He's up to 57 yards on the ground, a very productive first half here in the season opener. The Noles, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Right back to the well. He breaks a tackle. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Looking to pass. It's Daniels. Oh, they're after him. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
And the defense makes a play, finally. This is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down...
intercepted. Big play stops the drive. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Here's Moore to throw. Bringing the heat. He'll pull it down and run. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the first half ends.
Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. That last completion left them with 2nd and 3. Let's see how aggressive they are. Looking downfield, and time is running short. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Makes a grab and room to run. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
The defense did a really nice job on that play, closing in on the intended target. They had 2 guys near that ball.
Just enough time for 1 final play in this half. Fires to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for 1 more snap to put up points before the half. Just enough time to get off 1 final play of the half. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Quickly complete. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, week 1, the start of a brand new season, and it's our pleasure to welcome you into the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with the Oklahoma State Cowboys taking on the New Mexico State Aggies. And it's the Cowboys looking to win their home opener. They haven't had a ton of success with that in recent years, but they've got the lead right now in the first half. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Wide receiver going in motion. Dante Moore. Pressure coming. Finds a man on the left. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And when you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that name? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There has been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles, and a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that sack.
Moore will throw. Rushes on him, and they got him.
And we call his name again. This is the same guy that, remember, he had the defensive touchdown already. Now getting in the backfield, getting to the quarterback, Getting the sack, he's been all over the field today.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Quarterback making checks. From the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. Complete to the right. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. Guys, look at this. A surprise. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th down. Moore to throw for it on 4th down. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Ducks are in the hurry-up. You always hear run the route deep enough to get the 1st down, but if you don't, you better fight your way there, and he did.
Yeah, nice job. And listen, catch the football, understand 4th and short, the situation, and then go get that 1st down. Don't dilly-dally. Don't try to make a home run play. Get past the sticks. Nice job of understanding that situation.
Moore. Pocket breaking down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
They're working that left side. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. And that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Again, it's Moore. Firing to the right, complete. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Now the chance for perhaps the most rewarding 1-yard drive in the history of football. Trying to get it in. Touchdown, Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game 1 going exactly how they scripted it.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Robinson. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far. Looking for more room. He now has 108 yards on the ground, and that will put him over 100, and what a way to start the season. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight,
he lofts one down the sideline. Snags it inside the 20. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I'm about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will... the 25. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Back to throw. It's Sperry. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, the throw. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
They tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket, and he comes away with a sack.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's looking deep. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Noles! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
Wide 53! Wide 53!
Motion from the wideout. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And the Ducks moving quickly to the line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Quarterback making adjustments. In the gun on 3rd down, Moore. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The Ducks looking to convert on 4th down. 4th down, Moore. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Quarter opening week of the season, and they're facing 2nd and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Back to pass, it's Sperry. Fires into the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contest...
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, short of the goal line. It's a stop for this defense, a turnover on downs.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep...
It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like, they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you could just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
Looking left. He's got an open man. Breaks into the open. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. This defense might be reeling after those last two and now facing first and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. He's trying to get it in, and they will score. Touchdown, Ducks!
And add it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Florida State comes out ready to put something together on this drive. To the air, it's Berry. That's caught. It's Thomas. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, do I love being a defensive lineman in games like today when you know you got to go get the quarterback. Like, they're down on the other side. They have to throw the football. Only chance they have to get back in. I'm playing the pass every time, pinning my ears back and going to get the quarterback.
Shotgun snap on third down. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Fights off a defender. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's fourth down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down and distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
They believe in this running game, and he's out across the 40 to the 43 before going out of bounds. And the Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Finds his man. It's Lopez. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackle.
Might have a chance. He's stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
Makes him talk to the hand. Defense there to stop him after a 4-yard gain, and it was a good move that got him that much. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver comes in motion. Throwing Moore. Makes the catch. It's Davison. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Ducks in the hurry up. Moore to the air. On target. Lots of running room. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. And the Ducks are threatening on 1st and goal. Lets it go to the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Running inside. It's Singleton. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else
breaks into the open on the left. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift, a late touchdown.
There's usually 2 different thought processes when I'm backed up towards my own goal line. Run it, create more space, or take a big shot and try to make a big play. And did this offense ever make a big play? 90-plus yard touchdown. That is how you do it.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper coming on, an electrifying pass play that covered 93 yards to the house. He'll bring it out. It's Bear. And the returner is stopped. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Turning it on. Got enough for the first.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting a huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed, so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good.
He's loose on the left. 10. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. to the back.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Timeout is called and the clock is down to 8. To throw, it's Sperry. He'll take a deep shot here. Makes the grab. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. From inside the 10, here he comes. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now, to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.